Hey you guys, it's your girl Tina. I want to go ahead and shout out Cheryl's Renee. Cheryl's Renee sent me this story, and once again it's coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet ass Florida. So what's going on now in Florida, you ask? What's going on is that this initially was a ratchet situation, but this team went from being ratchet to being a hero, and I'm very proud of him. So what's up is that we had this team. His name is Jamal Rutledge. He was arrested for criminal mischief and burglary. So while he was being booked in, he was sitting there quietly. The officer was booking him in, and all of a sudden the officer collapsed off his chair and he grabbed his chest, and he was basically having a heart attack. And instead of Jamal sitting there being ratchet and watching this man potentially die, Jamal sprung into action. He checked under to see what was going on, and then after that he started kicking the fence and getting the other officers' attention to come and check on their fallen officer. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Charged as a juvenile offender, is now being hailed as a hero after he helped save the life of an officer who was booking him at the jail. According to Detective Deanna Greenlaw, 17-year-old Jamal Rutledge began to kick the security fence and yell after he saw Fort Lauderdale police officer Franklin Foulks suddenly collapse. That commotion on September 10th alerted other officers who responded and found Foulks semi-conscious and clutching his chest. Sergeant Todd Bunin rushed to the scene in the booking facility called Fire Rescue and then began to remove Foulks' police gear and cut off his shirt. Officers Robert Norvis and Raymond Ketchmark overheard Bunin's radio transmission and arrived to assist. After fire rescue arrived, Foulks was taken to the Broward Health Medical Center. Medical staff noted that Rutledge's actions and the quick response of officers were critical to Foulks' survival. Greenlaw said Foulks is currently on light duty, expected to return to full duty at the end of this month. Rutledge, a Fort Lauderdale resident, along with 3 police officers who teamed up to save Foulks' life, will be honored January 21st at a meeting of the City Commission.
Alright, so you guys just watched the news clip. So kudos to Jamal for doing the right thing. He could have just let the officer die. He could have been like, you know what, they're trying to book me. I don't care what happens to him. But he let his humanity chip kick in, and he went out his way to save this officer's life. Shame on all the racists out here who are on multiple websites downing this young man and calling him a thug and a criminal. We all make mistakes in life. We all do things that can be very unbecoming of us. But this young man tried to do the right thing, and folks are still knocking him. Some of these comments really irritated me today. I want you guys to check out some of the hate that Jamal is getting, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. Alright, so you guys just seen some of those nasty comments, and I just find it funny that folks are judging him and saying that he's not a hero. You know, that's what you're supposed to do, is just help somebody. Yes, in a beautiful, peaceful world, that is what you should do, is just help somebody. But how many times have we seen people do this instead of helping somebody? Literally pull out a cell phone and record somebody's last dying moments. You know, so he didn't have to jump up and help that officer. He chose to do the right thing, and for that I commend him. You know, so easy to judge him and say that, you know, he's not shit, he's just a thug, he's never going to change. But this might be the spark that changes him. You know, sometimes when you're raised in a particular environment, you don't have positive people around you, you don't have positive people guiding you. Sometimes this is what happens. You end up going down the wrong path, and you never know, these same officers might end up being his mentors. He might become a police officer in the future. Sometimes little things like this can spark the change in us. So I'm very proud of this young man for stepping outside of himself and helping out this officer, and especially with all this police civilian drama that's been in all the headlines, that's been in all the news stories, you know, people getting into it with cops killing people and things like that. He could have very well had that mentality, like, you know what, they've been out here acting wild, I'm not going to help the police. But he didn't use what other officers have done. He didn't use that against this officer. He got up and he did the right thing. So for folks judging him, I think you guys need to fall the hell back and let this young boy enjoy his moment in the spotlight as a hero. He should be able to take pride in his decision without folks knocking him and picking him apart. So I, for one, am very proud of Jamal, and I'm happy that Jamal turned the Ratchet Florida situation into something positive. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation that took place in our first favorite state, Ratchet ass Florida. How do you feel about Jamal's quick thinking and his decision? Do you feel like he did the right thing? Or do you feel like, you know what, what's the big deal? He's not really a hero. The news is reaching again. in? And then how do you feel about people leaving him nasty comments when all he did was something good? You know, we all make mistakes. At the end of the day, the point is to learn from our mistakes and then to try and redeem ourselves and redeem our characters. And I think Jamal has done that in this video. So go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces.